left side, the strong side, which is where we put Jake on, but it does show his versatility as well. Not everybody can do it, and so it's important to be able to move that. In-game wise, your injuries are going to happen, and you have to have that ability and comfort level to go and put players that in situations that they might not be, readily used. And again, I think Bruce recognizes those. We've tried to look at that wider view of where we're developing players in that context. I think our penalty killing is an example of that. Implementing players that can take heavier minutes away from primary players at particular times over the last few years has been a key component for us. And we've allowed players to grow into that, and our coaches have done a nice job, and the players have done a nice job in that regard.
Two more, or two. Any memories of Yarmo as a teammate?
I'll keep that between you and Yarmo and I. I'm not playing him at pickleball because he plays all the time, but
To that end, with those questions, with Charlie, well, maybe Corrali too. When you have players, is there some players can play a lot of positions, but they really don't want to. They can be kind of pain in the neck about it, like, I'm always used here, but I'd rather play here. Do you have like that kind of look on a guy when you bring him in?
I don't know that many players that if I said I'd play you in the top six, and no, I'm better served, I want to get out and play in the fourth line. Like, again, you have to get as much detail on the player and individually, and you talk to former teammates and coaches and people, so you do have an understanding of whether or not a player is going to be comfortable if they're played out of position, so to speak, or out of their natural position. And you don't want to try and fit the square peg in the round hole. We struggle with that at times when you're moving. You look at Grizz in this series, has moved over and played the right side. Not a lot of players can do that. A lot of players will dead end themselves and be on their back end the whole time, and it's a problem. So, yes, it's a concern. And even look at Connor Clifton went over and played on the left side. There's not a lot of right D that actually can play the left side for whatever reason that is. So yes, Mike, it's something that, at times you have to cross your fingers because you're up against it, injury wise, and other times you just have to have an understanding what the player's capable of doing.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thanks everybody.
Is that a transcript?